seems we are doing something here. Yes, indeed. Well, hello there. I am Obi-Wan Kenobi, as you can see, with my little, I don't know, could you call it the robes or something? You know, I'm just going to keep them there. In case you kind of like, why do you have it? I'm going to be answering to that, I suppose, at some point, but you know, to many people. I'm just going to say hello. And welcome to eluukkanen stream. Haven't been streaming for a while. And there is a reason for that, yes. And, you know, hopefully today, I'm going to be explaining some stuff, talking with you. We shall see, or whoever comes here. You know, if no one comes, then I can get this sort of like a feel that, hey, things of life went down, and I can just kind of move on. Or, if there's people, I'm going to be moving, even doing more. Who knows? The thing is, I'm going to be working hard, working, making stuff. Don't you worry, I'm not going to go away. And whoa, yeah, the music is kind of loud. Yes, I'm going to be just listening some music. I kind of like listening when I work at the same time. Let's actually go to... Do we have the video stuff in here? Yes. I haven't been doing some stuff in a long time. That's not very good. That's not very professional. I think we have nobody watching. That's very, very nice. Yay! Hooray! Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's just put that on the stream side of things. Yes, we do our own setups in here. In the game development. And what else we put here? Game development. I tell you, I haven't been here, and that has not been good a thing. But I've been so happy, you don't even know. I've been a very happy person just recently. And there's a good reason why. And I'm very, very positive on few things that have been just recently happening to me personally. Not on this channel, you know, this channel is like... kind of, you know, a sea is roaming, and I'm just gonna kind of like a lifeboat on there, and it's like, there's a storm. Somehow we are kind of like going forward, but I suppose we are, you know, not for long. Who knows? We shall see. We shall see. So welcome here, my friends, and today basically I'm going to be starting to tell, you know, what kind of things have been going on. And I know I had this sort of stream, you know, a few weeks ago, and I said that I'm going to be starting again. I could not. There's a reason. But I want to be getting into today some gameplay, some exciting stuff that have been happening for me personally. I've got a new job, and that job is very good. In the game development. Also, working of course on the game at the same time, and that sort of stuff. Going to be also listening some lovely music, as we have. I do like listening Final Fantasy music on the background sometimes, from a few games. Of course, other music as well. Like yesterday, I listened some medieval music, but there's a lot of these copyright notices on there, I suppose. So you're not going to see them if I use that. Yes, indeed. I suppose that's that. Let's save, and yeah, I'm putting my own setups here while this. I suppose we have. Well, let's not take too many advertisements here. Let's just. I know to take these because otherwise the videos won't share themselves. Oh. Epäsopiva mainostelu. Nobody's going to see this. Oh, that's very good. What did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Let me see. I don't know what I've done wrong. It's very interesting, I suppose. Something I've done. Who knows? Let's see. Do we have anyone even watching currently? We don't have anyone watching. That's interesting. Well, that's interesting. I don't know, what was that? Something quite odd. Something odd there. Okay, there's something weird going on while we are. Usually, you know, things. You know, we have already gotten ourselves some kind of a strike, I suppose. You know, we shall see. We shall see. We got to be going forward at least. We shall see. And you know, who knows? Okay, so basically, perhaps people will get confused on this. You know, I suppose. Anyways, welcome to eluukkanen stream. Basically, this whole stream I'm going to be doing some development work on a project of mine. And that project is going to be a video game, indeed. Video game. And as you can see, we're going to be seeing what I say in here. This is what I see on my own computer right now. This is the comments, all these things. Oh. And basically what we're going to be doing today is very simple things. I'm going to be showing what I've been doing. Hopefully, you know, getting on this sort of like an edge of actually starting working again on some stuff. Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. Let me actually put this... Let me put this off a little bit, this monitor thing. And we shall start. It's kind of a rusty, you know, as you noticed. Hopefully that's not a too bad thing. I need to get in the track of things. Things are not going well right now if I don't get in the right track, so that's that. And I have this on for, you know, it's not like some kind of a religious thing. It's kind of a, I'm going to be explaining perhaps one day, but currently I have this on, and hopefully you don't mind that too much. But basically today we're going to be working on I'm going to be showing some stuff that I've done. Hey, good day. Hello there. Hello there, 11. I don't see your comments for some reason. I don't know why that is. Now I can see them at least. There's no pop-up chat or anything. Let me actually put that on here. I can see it. Hello there. Good day, sir. How are you doing? We have some people watching. Well, that's very good. That's very good. So basically, I've been a very happy person lately, to be honest, because I've been away, and there's a reason. I had a precarious kind of life situation a few months ago, because of the current crisis. You might know, what is happening around us. Hopefully, it's not the nicest of times. It is not, and I've been very positive on few things. I've been getting things now on track. I've been personally, in my personal life, a very happy person. You know, I've been getting all the, the financial situations all right. So there's no big kind of looming doom. There was that, I suppose, because, a few months ago. But now that's over. Everything is going well. Everything is much more positive on my side. Actually put the comments on the screen so people can see them, yeah. Sorry for this sort of like, it's kind of a very, let me put this on, yeah, here we go, I can see the comments even. It's kind of simplest, but still. Let me put it on a good, like this. So I tell you, I'm being very happy because I've been actually able to do things I wanted to do for a longest of time. One few things have been, getting me down recently. One of these is the community of eluukkas. The problem is that there's been some problems on it, and I'm going to be doing an announcement there today, which is basically it's going to be all about the eluukka. I'm just going to be putting it on hiatus at at one point. Problem is that currently I've been away, and every kind of community, every kind of place, it's going to be taking time to build back up. So I'm going to be putting it on the back pedestal, and I'm going to be just going forward with other works, at least right now. Going to be showing you what I've done with the game that I have here. Going to be working on some systems on there. Sorry for being kind of like it has been a long time. A lot of things have happened, and some of you might be thinking, why do I have this thing behind my back? I suppose I shouldn't have it, if I want to be like you don't want to look crazy, but still, I'm going to be just keeping it there. And the thing is, I suppose that's that. Let's go forward and. Let me open the screen on here, the monitor. Here we go. You can see what I see. Oh, I tell you. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be showing some progress I've done for recently for Final Fallacy. And I tell you, I have not done things in the best of ways. Like, if I would have wanted to do all things what I wanted to do, it would have required, you know, a few things from my end. I've done some mistakes, I can say that. But also, the current crisis system on all the countries and, you know, the lockdowns such, and the effects of that, not the lockdowns themselves, but basically what this, you know, the society changes and such, it has affected on my life and, you know, the progress of things I've done. And had to be taking some back time, and it has been good for me. I'm going to be doing some major changes, however, here at eluukkanen. Few of those major changes are going to be all about what is this going to this place is going to be doing. I want to, of course, hear your thoughts there as well. You know, what you want to be seeing and what you want to have this whole thing be. But basically, this eluukkanen used to be a music place. Music is not something I can do, at least for a while, because I have some projects. One of the projects I'm currently doing is Final Fallacy. I'm going to be actually showing it. Can I put it on the screen? Here we go. I can actually show some of the things here. Can I show you? It's a bit difficult to show individual things, I suppose. But because it's a problematic situation because I have you know, let me show some progress I've actually done it. But basically the idea is that I've been away from eluukkanen to do the games, to do the projects I've been doing, because the future times is going to be precarious for all of us, you know, for obvious reasons. Even, you know, going future, I've been just focusing on what, you know, what I'm being able to, what can I do in order to make things good for me, good for the future. And the problem is that, you know, I've not been able to, you know, all the eluukkanen stuff, Lucas place, I have not been able to put in a good condition just yet. So I very much hope you for patience from you, and I appreciate all the, you know, patience you got. Basically, my plan is this. I want to... I'm currently working on Final Fallacy. Just yesterday I investigated, let me actually put this on the screen. Samurai. I actually investigated on, you know, about samurais yesterday. Because basically I'm currently working on my game. My game is all about different sort of game classes, games and such, you know, in a video game classes. You know, basically there's like classes in video games like, you know, knights and witches and all these creatures. And basically yesterday what I did was I investigated how samurai lore and history and bushido and all these things worked, because one of the classes in there is kind of like a ronin, sort of samurai sort of fella. He's very much, of course, on the side of honor and, you know, the code of course, way of the warrior, as Bushido is. I investigated how it works, how the whole system in Bushido basically goes forward. And it was very interesting sort of history, to be honest, you know, the samurais and such. You know, of course, when you look at Western history, when you look at history like, let's just say, knights, as example, chivalry system. Basically, in the samurais have their own kind of look, you know, kind of like chivalry, look very different, because if samurai had his master dishonored or like killed or something like that, the samurai would avenge and then do seppuku himself, which is a very interesting sort of way of history, and I want to have that sort of like reflected in the game I'm currently doing. Basically, of course, it's not our world, you know, where the whole thing is happening. So the samurais have been built a little bit differently. In the lore of Final Fallacy, let me actually show the world map here, I can explain it a little bit better. I need to be just, it's kind of like, I need to be just cleaning this in order to show it next time much better. But here, basically, this is one of the lands here on, you know, as you can see, it's a very much, I have not yet put all the structures there, that, you know, it's kind of placeholder things, like this castle. Basically, this area is a lot of different woods, and there's sort of like it's called apple woods, you know, a very very simple word for place, but it's a very interesting area of because for each clan there are 3 clans that are currently fighting over this very area. They've been fighting for quite a long time, and all their forces have kind of like very much just, you know, let them be, because they are very dangerous, let's just say, forces, for the simple reason that they have been doing warfare for quite many years, at least in the lore of the world that I'm building. So the idea is very much of the fact that, you know, the samurais or the ronin of this world, you know, which is you know, basically, you know, how they work. They come from this area, essentially. This area they come from, and it's going to be very interesting to put the lore in, and, you know, the think about it, think how it goes. So I'm just looking at myself. That's not very good. That's not very good. So that's what I've been thinking about that, and it's very very interesting to really think about, because you know, the how samurais and the Japanese history overall worked. Let me actually just put. Can I actually see Bushido code? Did I write it right? 8 virtues. Like, they're very interesting how the Bushido code works, and, you know, it's built around, and I'm going to be reflecting this in the very game. This is you know, one few of the samurais that, you know, you can see in you know how they work and how they have built, and, you know, there's some text in here. But interesting is about their code itself, which is very interesting. You know, how they build their system of morality, and, you know, how the warriors work in the, you know, in the world and such. That's what I've been building. I'm just looking at myself currently, and that's not very good. Back, where's the samurai? Here we go. So this is one of the ways I'm building the game system in future for samurais. That's the current class I'm working on. The last class I worked on was bards. A bard is basically the, you know, the musician type of a character in, you know, if you know D&D and these sort of games. And I actually made a flute playing system. Do I have that actually in here? Can I actually see? Do I have that? Flute, music. Do I have that here somewhere? No, so I did have that. I have to, you know, they're very messy places. As you can see, a lot of different rooms I have for these systems. I need to be finding the right places. I did put those in, but basically there's a music playing system in the game and such. I worked on that, but next one I'm going to be working on is basically how the Bushido system works in the game. I was thinking on the fact that, you know, the more you do these certain actions with the samurai class, you're basically going to get them stronger in what they do. As example, you know, the justice. If you you know, basically do you know, in a kind of like a morally good, I suppose, when, you know, in the eyes of the world, I suppose that, you know, then you get the justice go forward, you know, and the Bushido goes forward at the same time. These sort of things have to be, there's conditions that you have to meet in order to get these codes. And when you get these codes, then you're going to be getting abilities connected to those. That's at least the idea. That's the kind of the design perspective on that. Yes, indeed. Samurai. And you know, when we read here, Bushido refers not only to martial rectitude, but personal rectitude. Justice is the strong virtue of Bushido. A well-known samurai defines it this way: rectitude's one's power to decide upon a course of conduct in accordance with reason, without wavering, to die when the die is right. The thing is, in old times, these sort of warrior cultures, they basically have it's very strict systems, and you know, imagine they had to be you know, very good servants to their lords at the time, and they made this system, you know, I think according to Confucius, you know, teachings, you know, how to serve the state and these sort of things, and, you know, how there's like, it has to be the perfect gentleman as example, you know, with these ways. Of course, justice is one of the ways, courage is one of the ways. Bushido distinguishes between bravery and courage. Courage is worthy of being counted among virtues if it existed in the cause of righteousness and rectitude. And it's kind of interesting. Someone might say, these kind of are like do these matter in a way, but it's interesting how the philosophy works behind this. Like, we just have to think, when I'm building a class, when I am building a game, I'm not just going to be building it according to just some random things. I'm going to be actually basing it upon the system that took place. What made a samurai a samurai. I'm going to be reflecting that. Of course, when you look at some Japanese, influences and such, you can kind of see how does it work. But when we look at, some games, they just go over many things. And I'm going to be avoiding that very good ways. And one of the ways I'm going to be avoiding that is actually making them interesting. And I'm going to be showing you, where do I have this? The Ronin. That's the the beginning of the class is basically, it's called Ronin. Let me actually open that here. Can I show it? Can I show it? Here we go. So this is how Ronin basically looks in the game. Hi there, hello, Blue Snail. Hello there. Good to see you. Good to see you. This is how Ronin basically looks. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it. This is how Ronin basically looks in the game, and it's let me actually go a little bit closer. The Ronin is basically the law of the world is that there are 3 clans that have been fighting for ages, for hundreds of years, over a very small land, but still, that's the tradition. And the tradition has been that these lords that rule on these areas have had these conscripts, I mean, not conscripts, I mean warriors that have, dedicated to themselves to this philosophy of Bushido. And, like in our world, but, this world, it's kind of different. And the problem is that, these lords that used to reside and work with these clans have kind of left them. Because of the fact that world has changed in the current times, the gameplay happens and this sort of thing. How are you doing, by the way, Blue Snail? We have a person from England, England. Yeah, indeed. You have had a hopefully good time there. Okay, but that's the thing. There's some basics on that. When we go back to the Bushido, there's justice, Bushido distinguishes courage, worthy being counted. A man invests power to command and power to kill was expected to demonstrate equally extraordinary powers and benevolence and mercy. Love, magnanimity, affection to others, sympathy, pity are traits of benevolence. Very well, thank you. How are you? I suppose all right. Things are kind of like things have been. It's hard to open in just one crack how things have been. I suppose I can explain a little bit. I just explained a little bit that I've been away for the reason that I've been actually very happy to be away. I had some things I had to take care of. I've now taken care of them. And of course that has been kind of things that have kind of... I've had to push back some projects, even the game project. And now I'm getting back to it. Finishing a lot of things on it. Currently putting a lot of time on designing the classes. And I'm just explaining on, how does the samurai class work in the game. It's kind of confusing, at least in the beginning, because, it's kind of like this channel is like, there's been kind of like this sort of gap of so long time, and I'm just getting back. It's kind of like a confusing for me. I suppose it's confusing to you as well. Awesome stuff. Hey, Ollie Repair Dude. Hey, how are you doing? And yeah, sorry for the kind of being away. It's kind of it is very confusing. But I have to tell you, I've been very personally happy. I've been able to get stuff done. I've been able to be, ready for the winter times and such. Coal plant. Hey, hello. Any plans for Spyro stuff? Music stuff has been postponed a little bit, I suppose. Not that great. You say? How is it going? We can actually discuss about that as well in here. The Spyro stuff has been The problem is, my friend, to be honest, I want to do all the music stuff and such. I have to just put a lot of time on the music. I have to even put on kind of like a back burner the eluukkanen community because of the current changes. Oli Repair, dude, I don't know the reason why you say that not that great, but I suppose for many people, including me, things have not been super great because of the fact of the current situation. Everybody knows what is happening. Everybody know. Not going to talk about it. I understand, Oli Repair, dude, and it's kind of hard for me also to talk about it as well. And I notice, especially, I have this Finnish channel I do some content on. It's easier to talk about things that are happening, but especially when I go to my English-speaking channel like this one, it's a bit hard. People, it's very nasty, the situation, of course. So I kind of want to do this as kind of an escapism channel, indeed. Yesterday, the games overall, music, it's kind of escapism, indeed, it is. So basically talk about, how the samurai style works and the history of that, and in the game history of the, the world that I'm building, 3 clans fighting against each other. It's kind of this sort of like, ritualistic warfare, to be honest. If they would like to take them, out sort of way, they would have already, a long time ago, but it's kind of a ritualistic sort of thing that they do, and that's why they have these warriors, at least in the society of that sense, which are basically running and work in a kind of similar way to samurai, but of course, samurais were really hardcore, I suppose, when it comes to warfare. These have been at least originally put to kind of a ritualistic sense, but still built as kind of like in a time of, yeah, and I have still those notifications. Don't mind those notifications too much. But the thing is, I have to tell you, it's interesting. It is quite interesting to be saying that how the thing works, and I recommend to really look at the. How did you get the interview with the composer of RuneScape? I just asked. He was in Twitter, and I asked. A lovely person, and very interesting. I had plans of with the composer of Age of Empires, but that kind of went to back burner as well because of the current situation. I had the plan for that for April this year, but of course, obviously, April is kind of far away already. Yeah. But I'm not personally happy on what has happened on this channel. It's my fault. I take the responsibility. But the thing is, if you are going to still be here, I suppose I'm going to be doing some stuff. This is going to be the changes. I have to do the Final Fallacy project now. The Final Fallacy. Let me actually. Can I find the eluukkanen Final Fallacy? I have to do this now. Mainly, this is going to be the main thing. I'm going to be getting back to music stuff if the world and the things and all things go normal. Current situation is not normal. Age of Empires is a good series. I do agree. And this is the current game we are working on, this Final Fallacy project. Will you save the kingdom or be one to destroy it? And there's some lovely things on, what is about this whole thing. Colorful 8-bit world, story-driven sandbox RPG, permanent consequences, blah blah blah. That is what I've been working on. I want to actually show this to one project. Some things I want to be showing this to a publisher, possible publishers. It's not yet ready, but this is basically how it looks currently. Information about the game and such. Haven't been updating it. And that has been my sin, I suppose. I have not been very good with the updates. And no, you have seen me sometimes to say, things are not going well, but I'm now going to be taking a new approach. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is the thing is going to be, at least for due time, Final Fallacy, and basically a game I'm working on. That's going to be the main thing. Once that is ready, I'm going to be putting all the things back to normal things again. I've been doing a lot of farming recently, doing a lot of preparing for the winter. The winter is going to be very nasty, what I've heard. There's some food problems, I suppose, when you look at the news of the world. And next winter, like they say in when you look at the what's the Game of Thrones, they say, you know, winter is coming. I suppose that's the meme I've seen in internet repeating many times, and I suppose winter is coming. So I have to say that, you know, of course, for people who are watching and currently, you know, perhaps interested on, you know, what is going on, I recommend to really, you know, preparing on many fronts. I would like to, of course, be in the normal situation that, you know, we just like I do games, I do music, but the thing is, we are not in Kansas City anymore, as Americans put it. We are in a very, very precarious situation you know, I would have already published something on this game if the situation would have been normal. I have to remember that. I already had many things prepared. But history is history. World is what it is. And I'm going to be now talking on, you know, what I've been... So the plan is about the samurai class. Basically, there are these 8 ways. Every class is going to be different. Do I have the picture of all the classes together? I do have that somewhere. Where do I have that? Let me actually put that screen away for a little bit here. But the thing is, it's kind of confusing what I've been doing in a few recent days. I have to tell you, very confusing. Some people might be like, why aren't you doing the things you already did like in normal ways? I tell you, I would like to, but things for me have been changing. I had to take kind of this one new job that I'm currently doing, kind of spare time job. It helps with the bills. It had to be taken because, you know, I was planning to already get things in place with Final Fallacy, with the monetary stuff on that, but it has been pushed because of the situation, of course. And the problem is, my friends, I wanted to also do some stuff on here, you know, streams about the game or development and such. Could not do them. There are some simple reasons on that, what I just said. But I want to tell you, if you're still willing to see, you know, some things I'm going to be doing on this, I hope that's going to be the case. It's going to be a beautiful game. But we currently live in very precarious times, as I said. Very, very different that we have been used to. My question to you is, how is your situation in your own country? Is it currently alright or not? Let me know. In Finland, the situation is interesting. Basically, nothing going on here at all. You know, when we look at, you know, there's like a few things here and there. Few interesting things, but when we look at other countries, it's like a what is going on sort of situation. And I'm looking at the next year as a kind of like a what is going to happen next year. And I have to tell you, I have had to prepare somewhat. Like when you look at the old times, there were like this people laughed at the people who were called these prepper people and such. I don't know, can you call me like that? But I have to tell you, I have to, let's just say, things have been going on my mind, if you understand my way I say it. But, you know, back to good things, good escapist things. Music is still something I do. I've worked on one play where I did some music, American play that I made music for. It paid me some bills, very good stuff. And I'm basically going to be starting, I have this job of delivery, at least I've been having 1 week. It's a very simple job, only for a few days of a week, so I can put the rest of the days for other things. A very good job for me. And also I've been getting this project on a media person that does websites. Basically, I work some content for him on social media and that sort of stuff. That's basically my backstory currently. And very positively, I'm financially all is going alright for me. I'm very happy. Mentally, things have been going happily on me because I've been just thinking of the world and my place on it, and I just now understand what I want to be, personally. I have this feeling of what I want to do. I have this feeling of, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. And now I know I can do this. So, very much, I'm being very happy on recently that has been, times have been going for me. And I hope things have been going for you as well, in a good ways. We shall, the thing is, my friends, it's going to be still taking time in order to me get to normal content I do. I'm a huge fan of these like Digimons and all these other things, but my channel has been always this sort of confusing mess, to be honest. Even to me. And I don't know what you think of my channel. I don't know, I have no idea what you think of, what I do here, but it's kind of a confusing mess, to be honest. But it's kind of like this crazy project I have. It's kind of like, yes, I do this, I do that. And yeah, I just throw it on the wall and hopefully it sticks, who knows. But the main thing is, things are going forward, things are going very well for me. Hopefully things are going well for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this a small update. It was only like, it took quite a lot of time. But still quite a long update, to be honest. Hopefully you are having good time. And I'm going to be getting back to you much quicker next time. But my question to you very much, actually I'm going to be changing the title of this video very heavy ways. I want to just make it kind of like an update to just tell what things going on. But I want to tell you goodbye, good day. I'm going to be now working on the game. I want to still keep some things in secret, but I'm going to be showing you next time when I have like actually better ways to show it. Some progress reports. I want to show the bard systems and stuff. We shall see. I'm going to be showing it. I'm going to be now wishing you good day. And best of times. Very much. Be well.